Hey ho everybody, and welcome to a new series. This is Garden Story, a quaint little, cute little game that I'm very fond of myself. And honestly, don't mind that. It's just my dog behind me. Sorry about that. But this is just a quaint little, cute little game that I'm quite a fan of. And I'm hoping that this journey to showing you every single inch of this game will bring all the knowledge that you need to know straight to life. And without further ado, minus that small little thing there, let us begin our adventure. This first file was my first playthrough. This second file is the 100% playthrough I am currently doing, as there are some bits in it that I still have yet to uncover, but I will have by the time we get to them in our playthrough. For now, let's begin. In our beginning, there was the grove. Timeless, supernatural, and sentient. It is the foundation of our home, and the source of our existence. A tree so large and overflowing with mana, it spilled over, populating its foundation with our peoples. That time has ended, and the grove is now silent. Malevolent, oozing rot has seeped in, seeking to separate us from our greatest protector. Many heeded the rot's challenge, rallying the grove to a time of bravery and action. Each guardian exploring a new horizon for life's many possibilities. More stepped up for the community. For the first time, we truly grew. To most, it was their first time fighting. The meek forged their spirits in combat. When the island grew weaker, their desperation and hubris spelled demise for all but two. The heroes of our world forever lost, chasing the final horizon beyond our island. The grove, ever mourning, wants for a new guardian to lead them. In a new age of turmoil, fate focuses on Concord, the youngest of the spring hamlet. A quiet gardener of few words and fewer aspirations. Simply move the control stick, and Concord is awake. Here we are, just a little grape. And before things all get started and said and done, I'm sure a lot of you have noticed the small pink top and bottom of the video. That's true. If I didn't have those, well, it would just be a constant black outline. And I didn't think that looked correct. That small pink outline is of my creation. I made it myself, and it's actually the same channel branding that I use for my background logo on the channel. If it gets too annoying or anything like that, and you would prefer the black background, let me know over on Twitter or Twitch whenever I stream. I can change it come next episode. For now, let's check the kindergarten vine. The leaves are a little wilted. They could use some dew. And we have to go obtain our working tools? Outside lies Concord's rucksack and an empty jar. Take them? Yes. tool shed is now empty. And we got a glass jar. Equip the jar for use. Open your inventory. Press left on left button, which is generally X, to hotbar. And now all we need to do, press the D-pad. Get some tap dew. Tap dew, when it said tap dew there on my first playthrough, I thought that meant you were, like, tapping it from the ground. You know, like a pump. Enchanted by dew, it doesn't look nearly as wilted as before. Yet it still refuses to grow. Concord, you busy right now? Come say hi to good old Plum. Greet Plum. Plum's returned from the kindergarten. Evening, Concord. Looks like you've been working hard. You toil so much for a vine that refuses to grow. Oh, jeez. Have you been locked up in here this whole time? Let me get this gate open for you. I'm really sorry about that. Nothing here works like it used to. Not since we lost Alio. My work is good and honest, yet even with all the effort, it seems like the grove's still slipping away. At least I can come back here to you for a breath of fresh air. You never ask me for anything. Sorry for getting here so late. Got caught up with some trouble in Bell Row. I'm gonna make it up to you, though. I've got a gift for you. Granny Smith just completed it. It's ready for pickup in the hamlet. I know you don't usually travel outside the kindergarten, so take this map. Don't want you to get lost. Spring Hamlet is just southeast, right through the riverways. I labeled them on the map already, but you have the pleasure of charting the rest of the grove. Grove map. Get! Check the grove's, chart the grove's many locations. I'll be making sure to show everything. Press the left bumper in any controller, whatever that may be. As an example, for anybody who would be playing on Nintendo Switch, it's just L or just R. Now we must go to the wood forge in the Spring Hamlet to retrieve our gift. A little thing. Hold down the right trigger, or ZR, or whatever it may be. Most of the time it's right trigger. Whoa, Concord! Getting bored of watering plants all day. Never too late to join the rest of us in the hamlet. If you ask me, we have enough greenlings already. Think we could use more frogs in the grove. Do us all some good. Good to see you stepping out of the kindergarten. Finally in your rebellious phase. Don't worry, I won't tell Guardian Plum you're sneaking out. Might want to be careful, I saw him around. Anyway, it's getting late and the rot's starting to pop up. You know how they get once the sun sets. Don't want to see Tiny Gardener fighting rot with their bare hands. That'd be pathetic. As I was saying, it depends on your controller, but most of the time RT. You hold that down to sprint and tap it to dodge. Sprinting takes stamina, and so does dodging. Dodging takes one whole bar of it. Don't worry, that's not a trouble. Over here, Concord! I hope you like it. And what is it? Sweet little Concord, come bless my little shop. Plum told me you'd be visiting here. It made me a pretty nice to make this you. I said that completely wrong. Everyone's talking a lot about the grove's condition, and we're all worried about you. Rana's been talking about getting you out of the kindergarten. You're all alone there. It's Rotter's spelling dangerous times, eh? And a tender Grape could use the protection. Still, it's a lot for Guardian Plum to be equipping the youngest of the hamlet with a weapon. There have been a lot of mix-ups. Villagers have been moved around everywhere to accommodate the encroaching rot. Even now, it's hard for any of us to catch a break. Too much rot everywhere, right? If the vine refuses to produce more greenlings, you may very well remain the youngest of us. You should come by more often. We'd barely see you, Concord. Tumshi could use a comforting friend. Plus, a dedicated gardener like you will have need for a spade later, just like Plum. If you ever get tired of gardening, we got no shortage of other work need to be done. You've got the pick. Gather items from the environment by simply whacking them. It's that easy. Now, if only it was that easy in real life. Head back to the kindergarten circle, but I say let's talk. Hey, this is Tumshi. Crowd is stirring in new ways. I can hear rumbling in the pits of the library. There it goes again. Oh, will I ever feel safe again? Probably not. Yes, but tap dew, you're not tapping it from the ground. That's just the name of the dew. It's something that I thought of when I was starting this, and I was like, oh yeah, I got that confused my first time. Weber. Whoa, if it isn't our reclusive gardener. That's it? Okay. If you ever need to heal in a pinch, or water a dry garden plot, the Hamlet's wells will dispense tap dew. That's whatever we pull straight from our rivers, with a bit of filtration, of course. But if you're looking for something a bit more, I try to season them with different things. Gives it a bit of a zing, and provides you with cool benefits and buffs. Each keeper of the dew in the grove makes their own set of dew. Keep an eye peeled for new kinds that do experience different effects. And right here, improve the jar with routine care and various tinkering. We can make our jar better, capable of holding more dew or activating faster, maybe even more range. I'm sure Granny Smith had some choice words. They made me pay extra to make it for you. Even a harvesting tool like the pick carries the connotation of battle now. I think it worries some to know that a secluded grape like you is readying for combat. Let's head back to the kindergarten before it gets too late. Best try out your new pick, just in case we run into something. That's true. As an example, I accidentally pressed RT then. Oops, wrong button. That white circle around. Take note of that. That'll be useful much later in our adventure, but it will be useful nonetheless. Now, with our first actual weapon, we might not have much, but we're actually able to gather materials. Those were just plain twigs. And once this log breaks, we're able to get our first unique material. Sap. Ooey gooey tree sap, clear and fresh. You can only get those by whacking overgrown logs. Like, as an example, in the top of the frame there, you see that log with a ton of greenery on it? That kind of thing. That is about the only place I believe you can get them, unless I get proven wrong. Alright, Concord. You have your pick, but I want you to use it now. May be good for gathering, but I want to see you be able to use it to defend yourself. Please, Concord, squash these rat. I'll keep you from getting too hurt. Just show me what you got. Don't worry. If you hold down the attack button, you're able to charge your attack. Not the most useful with the pick, unless you get lucky. You can sometimes deal more damage. A useful little tip. Don't leave those rats alone for too long. They can actually just regenerate completely. Nasty things, aren't they? Under moonlight, they grow more resistant to our force. Greenlings may be born from the sun, but rot for the cover of night. Watch your step. I don't want you to get stuck in their goop. You okay, Concord? That was fun. You did really well. I'm proud of you. They say the pick was the first tool the Hamlet villagers used to fight. Seems fitting for you, gardener. I know you're not used to combat, so if you have any scuffs, might want to pull out your jar. It's a good idea to always be using dew. It's for much more than just tending the kindergarten vine. Just one drop is all you need to make some of your wounds disappear. Whoa! Plum's giving out weapons? I want one too. Oh, gotta tell everyone. Plum's cool now! Oh, it's not like that. Rana, get out of here. You already have a pick. Concord, let's head back to the kindergarten before we get sidetracked. I don't want more rot to pop up. And sadly, we're not able to reliably destroy this. We need to get lucky with a good old-fashioned heavy swing in order to pick up pebbles. The simple material, rocks and stone and wood. Two basic materials that are going to be very, very vital. So make sure to always pick some up. You never know when they're going to come in handy. And I say they always will. You might be curious about this, too. Concord needs a stronger tool. We can't do anything with that yet. Hello, Rana. Plum seems a bit more touchy than usual. Keep an eye on them for me, okay, Concord? Bang, bang. Oh, whoops. Hike, hope. The pick is a good weapon for a simple two-swing attack. And good for, of course, materials. Well, what else? This music is nice and relaxing, isn't it? You know, I think you're doing great, Concord. I know you're still new to the Grove, and the villagers may baby you a bit much. But I know they all look up to you in their own special way. Your pick should mostly be used for gathering, but there will be times of danger. The rot may not always carry ill intent, but the damage they do is real. Since Cain picked me as a guardian, resisting him is all I've really known. With what little you know of the Guardians, how do you feel about them? I'd like to be one. Really? I didn't think you saw yourself as the leading type. That's good, though. I know everyone will soon rely on you, as they do me. I've talked to Elderberry. We've decided to move you out of the kindergarten. You may have some concerns, but I think you need to be around others. Your role here may have been sacred, but the kindergarten vine is no longer producing greenlings. We're no longer needed here. That much I'm sure you've known for a while now. Tomorrow, pick up your things and meet me in the bend. It's high time you live as the rest of the hamlet does, and I'm sure you'll come to enjoy it. Go to bed. Return to Concord's shed. I'll keep watch for a bit longer while you sleep. Who knows where the rat will strike next? I didn't mention it at all, but something special happened in that cutscene. Concord feels validated by Plum. And now, we rest. Until... new day dawns. With rain, even. The weather effects are random. Most of the time. There's certain times where they aren't. But it's morning time, as you can tell, with there being that slight darkness around, with everything around us also still being lit up at the same time. A nice effect. Gives it a good feeling. Normally, materials like logs and things such as the overgrown logs are supposed to respawn on a day-by-day basis. However, due to this being a special moment, i.e. that being the kindergarten now being blocked off for a while, they did not. So, don't worry if you wanted more materials. Your backpack would have been full by then anyways, as it only has a simple 5x5 grid, holding 25 total items. Now there's a yellow one of those weird roots. Wonder what that could be for. No materials here too. Well, except for this. Give it a few whacks for us. Hup, hup. And hoo-ha. More sap and twigs. Ah, here, Concord. Thank you for coming. I know it's a big change of pace, but we've tried our hardest to make this a new home for you. It's a nice upgrade from that shack in the kindergarten, at least. And a nice place like the Bend has a nice flow too. Plum and I have a few more things to talk about. Rana, why don't you show them inside while we talk? You're with me! Take your time. We have a lot to talk about. Let's go and explore our new home. Meet you inside! Don't get too excited. This place was a total dump before we got set up. But I'm sure it's still way fancier than that shack in the kindergarten. It's not a home without a pillow leaf to sleep on, of course. When you're done for the day, you can come here to rest your tired eyes. Or, you know, do what I do and just sit and think about cool things all day. Fuji repaired this old well for you. English, I'm sorry. Fuji repaired this old well here for you to use. Probably used to using the one to keep the vine fresh. But you'll be using it on yourself after you get hurt. So make sure you have plenty on hand. If you collect any new clothes, you can change them out here. For when you want to look your best. We've got a box here for village storage. So you can deposit your harvest into any of these boxes to save them for our town. Gotta keep your backpack nice and free for more resources to flow in. That's pretty much everything we were able to haul here. Take a look around. But don't get comfy just yet. Let's go round up those geezers before you doze off. I'm sure Elderberry had a few more words. They always have a few more words. That's true. We don't have many hats at all. Just the simple kindergarten sprout. Traps around our head there. I think it looks nice, but I prefer none. And the bag? Concord's rucksack. The same one that you see in the bottom. Now the village storage. Pretty simple. You deposit all your materials there. The wood and stone counters can go up to a slick 9,999. I don't know why you would. Honestly, that is a little excessive, but you can. And you can hold 15 of any unique item. As in 15 total sap in one stack right here. You cannot have any more. Not unless you get it upgraded sometime down the line. I'm sure you noticed these. Those will come important much later in our story. But for right now, let's just go talk to Elderberry. Feeling better about moving, Concord? A few days more and I know this place will feel like home for you. When we first made this place, it was just for storage. Now our favorite sprout is living here. I'd really like for you to be a more active part of the hamlet. Soon they'll need you for the coming days. I'm having Rana take you around tomorrow. I think a nice introduction to what daily life is like will be good for you. But for now, rest up in your new home. You look just a tad bit wilted, and I want you ready for the next day. Be careful for rot that may gather here. They've been catching villagers off guard at night. We could head to sleep, but... good day, Greenling. Don't squander it. Sorry if you want to enter, but this corner belongs to the Autumn Town Runaways. Don't worry, we're getting by just fine without you, bugger. The lot's real thankful to you Hamlet people for giving us a new place to live. But it ain't our nature to depend on charity from softies like yourself. Oh, don't take it the wrong way. We just prefer to rely on the skills we brought from Autumn Town. Few people from a completely different area. Wonder when we'll get to go there. Game saves. Going to sleep makes Concord move to the next day, and it's a save to your game. You've got 4 options here. Player status. Mind. Concord's depth of perspective. Affects number of memory slots. Health is easy enough to understand. Damage resist. Concord's resilient Grape ride. Shed debuffs faster and hold buffs longer. Run speed? Simple enough. You sprint faster. Doesn't affect your walking speed. Hand speed. Concord's little gardener arms. Affects jar speed and charge speed with tools. You get that high enough, sometimes it'll feel instant. Maximum stamina? Stamina? Stamina. Here's your energy pool. And your recharge, the recovery of that energy pool. Your luck, too. The Grove's supernatural favor of Concord. Get more rare resources. Sometimes, there isn't that many sort of things that can draw multiple types of resources. But, if they are, well, then you'll be much more likely to get those better resources. It's just simple thing. Next is the village status. Spring Hamlet. 0, 1, 1. Those respective stats mean... I'm not sure exactly the word to use for the first term. I'm going to call it defense. The second one, the red bar, stands for maintenance. And the third bar stands for foraging. They can be leveled up. We just don't know how. For now, let us rest. With how the weather showed here, this is how the daily days go. Each segment of these 4 days takes a total amount of 2 or no, I'm thinking of that right. Each day in the game is 12 total minutes. So, what does that mean? 3 minutes per segment. Or, if I pull my mouse down for you to see... Never mind, I haven't clicked on it. The bright blue is morning, the first 3 minutes. The yellow part is the afternoon, the next 3 minutes. The orangish red part, is evening, or dusk, which is the next 3 minutes. And the last bit is night, which is also 3 minutes. There is a 5th time that is not listed there. It's called After Dark. It lasts forever, but it's essentially a more dangerous nighttime, so you're going to want to watch your back. Morning! Are you up and at it, Concord? Oh, you're looking chipper. Hope your new home is holding up. It was pretty nasty before Fuji worked it over. Truth is that the hamlet sorely needs all the help it can get. But now you're not cooped up in the kindergarten, so we can make you see here. Lucky for you, today I've made some time to walk you through it all. If you're working the hamlet, you'll want to keep your eye on this board here. Villagers have put up a few requests, and now it's your job to help them where you can. People always need a few things done here and there. Blah blah, Rana help out, blah blah blah, Rana do something for once. It's fine if you ignore them, but if you want our village to grow, they'll need your help. But I want to make sure you, make a good first impression. Because, it'd make me look bad if you just laze around all day. So no wiggling out of your duties today. We're going to hit all the requests, no matter how long it takes us. Don't worry. It shouldn't take us long. Conflict is the word I should have used. I would have gone with defense. As far as I know, these first 3 are all the exact same on day 1. Or day 3, as it would be. We have root of the problem, conflict. Fetid roots have grown into Bell Row. Cut them down for someone gets hurt. Riverway Bridge. The bridge from Spring Hamlet to the Riverway is deactivated. You can get there from the bend to reactivate it. And forage. Granny Smith is to resharpen the guard's tools and is asking for glass shards from the beach. We need 4 in a forage box. Simple objectives, simple to understand. And while we're at it, might as well gather up as many materials as we can get. Because sometime down the line, we might just need them. But that time isn't now. Oh, whoops, I forgot. The bridge to the hamlet is down. But I guess we were bound to repair it anyways. I was on the request board after all. Most of the structures of the hamlet are made from the special wood Granny Smith uses. But they're a bit finicky. Those glass nodes up there should control the bridge. I don't really know what all the lights mean. Just keep hitting those glass nodes up there. It all works out in the end. Try whacking them a bit. I'm gonna plan out a day. This is a simple puzzle. 1, 2, 3. There's that. Simple and done. You don't actually have to defeat all of the rot around you. Even now, it doesn't get you much, other than you possibly getting lucky. This is also determined with your luck stat, too. Also possibly getting lucky that you get a cool few materials out of them. Extra sticks and extra wood are always useful. Trust me, if you're not diligent with getting these, you will eventually end up running out when you do need them. Oh, that's their attack. Pretty simple, pretty easy to dodge, nothing to worry about. Those little bubbles that they drop when they die, they can hurt you as well. Oh, nice! Bridge up request done! Nothing like the smell of the rivers in the morning. But sadly, we got things to do. Let's keep heading to Spring Hamlet. We should head to the docks. Thanks for pulling me along here, Rana. Hike, hike. And just another 1, 2. And finally, the 3, 4. There it is. Saps and twigs. Just some basic materials that we're gonna be needing. And some leaflets, too. Which is our money in this game. Leaflets go in plenty of varieties, so be sure to be on the lookout. Nice work, but our day is just beginning. Let's head south to the docks. We need to forage some stuff for Granny Smith. We could do that. Or we could check in here. This is our second thing that we can buy here. Second, you might be wondering? Well, we already have the pick. Isn't that the first? The wooden hammer. Sturdy tool intended for building. It's slow to swing, but it covers a large area. It costs 50 leaflets to first initially buy. Not that bad now, is it? Well, I say that, but don't worry. You might be wondering, how do you get more money? It's actually pretty easy to get. The Hamlet's center of trade. Docks has seen better days, but a lot still happens here. As for our next request, the Hamlet needs glass. Shards often wash up on the shore here, and while they're too damaged for holding dew, glass is still very valuable, especially in Spring Hamlet. Once you've gathered the glass we need, put it in this bin here. Gotta put them all in the labeled bins, since things kinda get lost in the village storage. That's true, any forage objectives we end up getting have to be put in those special storage bins. I can't wait. Ooh! Wow! We just got the rare material from these. There is glass shards. Sharp and difficult for the inexperienced to work with. Don't cut yourself now. And glass lens. These are hard to come by. A perfectly circled piece of glass. It slightly distorts light. They're hard to come by, but they're very valuable. And here we have a bow. Bow bow? Not sure. I'm gonna buy it. And a rock. The rock is the second tier of pebble that you can find. In total, it deposits for 3. And this is the third tier of stick you can find. Deposits for 9. A lot. Now we end up with 6. Concord feels connected to a guardian unknown as well. We could deposit those in there and move along with our story. However, there's supposed to be a jar here and a jar here as well, but I thought they would spawn in. I'll put stuff on the board. If I can think of anything. What a weird little mushroom. And a little blueberry. Mirabelle, huh? Oi, new guardian! Don't forget to put resources in the forage box. Requests for resources will come pretty often, so deposit them to the box on my right. If you get all the resources you want to save up, I put a box next to Fuji's place in the crossroads. Or you can just build one yourself. That's true. Once we get the ability to, we can build these our own self to help out. These boxes don't generally have things in them, but I'm gonna check it. Okay, 3 coins. You might have noticed the entire time. Here it is. These are your goals. Or chapters, as the game likes to call them. Something simple here. All it really is the main story progression. Any of the things the villagers hand over to you or let you do, they don't tick up on this. This is the main story, essentially. It's the best way I can put it. This request is in the bag. Oh, we do good work together, Concord. Too bad it's still work. There's some commotion in Bellerow, so let's head eastward. It's a bit of a walk, but I'm sure we can get there for sunfall. Don't want to stay out too late. The rot might eat you whole. Oh, you. Have you seen the old grave near Bellerow? I think Elderberry knows about it. Old grave? Wonder what that could mean. You can attempt to sprint without stamina, but it just reverts you to your walking speed with the sprinting animation. Nothing too special. Oh, I was hoping I could dodge around it. I wanted to see it, if you could. Hello, Marshino. Beat it, Rana. I'm busy. Busy with work. Not that you'd understand. Oh, a little sour today? For the record, showing Concord around is my solemn and sacred duty. Concord and I are heading to fight Rotten Bellerow. I bet you're so jealous. Just go already. If we're lucky, your dishonorable attitude won't rub off on Concord. Oh, let's go, Concord. Marashino's busy watching the shore. What a snore. Someone gotta lighten him up. Summer bar's not going anywhere, you know. Summer bar? Huh, wonder where that could be. Nah, I'm playing coy. That's our next main area. I'm pretty sure anybody who's played this game has figured that out. But for now, let's get... Oh my goodness. I swear those are rare. I swear they are. I never get those so easily. That's incredible. That many. Wow, the lenses are super rare. What? This way, Concord. Bellerow's just north of here. Oh, hey, Fuji. Fuji! Fuji! Here! Fuji! Hello, Rana. Staying out of trouble, I hope. Oh, yeah, totally. You know, I'm actually helping Concord out right now. Responsible things. Sure. Anyways, Granny Smith is sending me to Summer Bar. Don't know when I'll be back. Sea folk always need help. Who knows how long their town will last. Say hi to Lilliput for me. Hate that place, haha. Let's roll, Concord, before even more rot starts popping up. This is Fuji. Little dude. Take care of the hamlet while I'm away. Rana means well. Most of the time. Oh, I love this colorful cast of characters. And that's literal, too. Whew, that was a lot of running. I'm absolutely blasted. Mind taking this last one, Concord? Oh, attending the kindergarten this past first year entire life must have been hard. I bet you're just itching to bring the pain. Well, I won't stop you. Oh, those scrot roots we need to clear out could be a little tricky, though. Which is why I got you a shield, because I'm... That and because I'm very helpful in general. Some of the rot disperse these nasty spores that seek out innocent bystanders like us. You just smack these things down, which just totally sucks. But any shield in the grove will prevent the spores from touching you. We've gotten the Hazel Shield. Attacks against rot spores and attacks. Hurts enemies in the front. Might wonder exactly what that last point means. Oh, Concord, doing the rounds? Looks like you're doing well for yourself. I'm running some errands too. I'll check in with you later, okay? Huh, seems mysterious. Who are you? You're Concord, right? Nice to meet you. Sorry, but Winterglade is closed off to others right now. If you ever need help, I'm here. He's trying his best. But, as I said, you might wonder what that last point means. Hold the shield out. Eventually, it'll turn gold. Oh, you guys don't count as proper enemies. I'll have to show this off in a moment then. What it's supposed to do is, when that shield turns gold, it is actually able to deal 1 point of damage if it touches an enemy. Ow, just like that, deals 1 point of damage to you. And to draw attention to it because now I've finally taken damage. Look at the health bar. It's a jar of grape jelly. And Concord, yet again, feels connected to an unknown guardian. Plenty of that going around, it seems. We can't leave. We have to go back to Rana. Whew, that was a toughie, huh? Well, you're still here, so I guess that counts for something? All the requests are done. Go Team Rana! But I'm still beat, so I'm gonna take a hike back to the bend to rest. You're just leaving me here? I mean, you know, I'm busy. Can't expect me to babysit you for the rest of my life. Fine. I give in, but only because I'm extremely kind. I'll be out more. Just don't expect me to overwork myself for you. But for real, I'm heading out. I think you can take care of yourself. Rest of the hamlet thinks you're a big baby, but I got your number. Plum's still lingering around here. I want to check in with them. Huh. Oh, Rana. Hey, it's Plum. Tell the Glade that I understand, but I need a bit more time to arrange everything here. It's not like Leddy wants me there anyways. I'm sure the hamlet needs you, but unless we could find the root of this... Oh, Concord! I didn't see you there. Listen, this is a private matter. I'll meet you by your new home later on today. There's a few more things I think we should talk about. Seems mysterious, but pretty cool nonetheless. before we do anything... Ooh, we got the second tier of stick. A branch. That provides 3 pieces of wood. And we've been inflicted with a debuff, too. That slows our walks down to a crawl, but it can be shaken off by running. This is something not many people might know about right away. The hidden pocket. By going straight up off of Tree Path through a route that you'd think is inaccessible, you find that this is an unused little walkway by the villagers, with a statue. Eternal resting spot of Balon. Though they may be gone, their dreams of peace will never fade. The rest of the stone plaque is worn, rendering it illegible. Concord discovered in Balon's grave. That might seem grim, but it's something to keep note of. That is actually a means of progression, in a way. Not just in game completion, no. But in means of developing Concord as a person. Not as a game. Need to specify. Let's explore all we can of Spring Hamlet here. Did the game freeze? Oh. Huh? What's going on here? That's weird. That video got caught it too, but game just locked up there for a moment. But here we are, 5 glass shards and 2 simple thingies, 2 simple things there. All good and all working. So, everything's safe. And if you look here, done. Those will level something up real soon. Ooh, this is an acorn. Those guys suck. And this is your training dummy. You might wonder what the heck you might want to do against this thing, but honestly, it's not useful for much. But you get the feeling that you're connected to a guardian unknown nonetheless. Move up here and plumb. Concord. You've probably noticed by now that things are a bit off. I haven't been entirely transparent about your transfer out of the kindergarten. The truth is, the hamlet won't have the resources to keep you out there in the kindergarten. Don't worry about the vine. I believe it will do just fine without you. Everything is nourished in Spring Hamlet. And once I'm in Winter Glade, there will be no one to maintain those trials. Fuji's gone off to the summer bar. We're cut off from Autumn Town. The work just keeps piling up. And on top of that, you're leaving us all behind, aren't you? No, it's not like that, Concord. But there is truth to it, I suppose. Winterglade is asking for my help, and I know I'm needed there. But this won't be like the other trips I've taken, and it terrifies me. I've always loved the hamlet, always will. But I can't just ignore the rest of the grove. Every village lives in such quiet pain. All of us depend on strong people, like you. That's why I'm declaring you the official guardian of Spring Hamlet. No, I'm not ready. Don't get too nervous now. I know it's a lot, but every guardian started where you stand now. The grove is a magical place, but it's also unknown, sacred, and in many ways, scary. Your connection to it is the same. The grove came to the first guardian, Cain, and picked them. And Cain picked others, like me and Hop. By extension of that original choice, every guardian is chosen by the grove itself. Back then, I didn't understand it, Cain, but they refuse to hear otherwise. Right now, I stand by my choice, too. Here, I want you to take this journal and pay attention to the ways you grow. In due time, you'll come to learn what I've always known about you. You have the power to do so much more. You just need time to realize it. I don't have much more to say, but if you'd like, we can enjoy the sounds of the river. It'd be nice to spend a few moments more with you before I leave. Personal journal get. Collect memories to use as perks. And Concord has a burning passion for self-improvement.